It's like, oh, I'm a connoisseur of the funny arts. Oh la la. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for coming back to another episode of the Wit N Wild podcast. This is the episode numbers I can't even remember at all. Like it's gone to a point where anything past 4 I don't remember because I used to be a drummer and I can only count to 4, so that's probably why. But today's guest is an amazing friend through the comedy scene that I've made, and he's also more than just a comedian too. He is also a great photographer, a great visual artist as well too, a cool designer, and he will talk more about that. But give it up, guys, for my good friend Iyi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I
was psyched that you invited me on, and like how it's been even before we warmed up. It's like, oh, it's just gonna be some fun, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a chill experience. Obviously, like there's gonna be a few jokes sprinkled in here and there, but I do want to like talk to you more in a sense where like I'm understanding of like what you do, and also like for the internet, and then also just for yourself as well too. Thanks. So yeah, I mean, with comedy, let's get started with that. You've been doing it for
so I've been doing it for 2 years.
Okay.
On and off. Well, I did it on and off for 2 years, but I think it's more like whenever art gets busy, comedy goes to the side. When I have more free time, I do more comedy. So like how I actually used to do performing arts in school. So I actually have an art background.
So like theater?
Yeah.
Oh,
and even singing, I have a good deep voice or deep throat.
Wow. Well, oh, jeez.
It's like the gag reflex. Anyway.
Oh God, we're already there. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, that makes sense though, because if you're a theater kid, you're kind of,
I'm good with the pipes.
Oh wow.
My dad would hate it. He's like, what do you mean? But the funniest part is that how I have Nigerian parents. Yeah. So me and my siblings were born and raised in London, but they were from Nigeria. My parents didn't get innuendos. So if we said dick,
what do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. So like how instead of they won't catch up with, if we want to kind of hide us being inappropriate, would say, instead of saying eat a dick, would say go fellatiate yourself. Like, oh, fellatiate, what does that mean? Like, it means play the pipes, Dad. It's like, oh, play the pipes. Even one time, like how it was bad with my sister. See, I'm inappropriate.
That's fine. That's perfect.
When WAP was a thing. The song WAP?
Oh, wet ass, wet ass pum pum,
my sister told my parents it meant worship and prayer.
Yeah.
So I won't WAP from all of you guys. Like, imagine. You're welcome, Dad.
Are your parents still in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, so they came to London in I think 86 or 87. Okay. And they recently retired, so they're now on the outskirts of London. But still all my family's still there. Most of my family is there. I'm the only one here in Toronto.
Okay, because we will get into that, like what it was like being raised in the United Kingdom in London. But like, have you spoken to your parents? Like, how do they feel about being a part of Sharia law? I'm joking.
It's funny. It's weird. It's weird, but I still get it because like how my parents are from the south of Nigeria, south part. So like south was mostly Christian, north was Muslim. Yeah. But because my dad really wanted us to kind of get stuck into the having passports and being not kind of shunned away. Yeah. My dad didn't really mention much about the history of Nigeria or what went on, and he'll mention in passing. Yeah. Like, wow, or even like my mum. Like, I won't say exactly, but like how their lives were really, really, really hard, but they didn't really let us know the details because they wanted us to kind of focus on living in London, not be overwhelmed about what they went through us to be here. I see. So like how I know that they went through a lot of hard work to come from Nigeria having some things okay, but going to London and being dirt poor. Yeah. And then 4 kids back to back. Yeah. And so it's I really appreciate what they went through to make it work for us, and like how they have 4 kids where the oldest is 37, youngest is 31, and we're all doing really, really well. Yeah. So
there you go. I mean, that's what I find is like the beauty behind like the success with parents when they go somewhere new, and then all of a sudden they can really just be so focused and like have their kids do well because that's all they want for them, right? Which is a noble sacrifice that most parents do make. And it's such a beautiful thing too. And it's like, if you see that too, and I'm sure you may have seen that when you're younger, you acknowledge like the hard work that they've put in, and you've probably promised yourself, you're like, I'm gonna do so well to a certain point where I'm gonna be able to like either make them proud or like
exactly, yeah,
you know, make them feel like there's a reason why they've put in such hard work.
Amen to that, yeah, for sure. Like how like I like what you said, how it's a noble thing, and what they did, and like I respect them so much more for it. Because, now that I get, because like how my dad, they got married. My dad was 30 or 31, and then straight away kids. And I'm 35, and I have nothing.
Dude, same here. I mean, I'm 31 too, but yeah.
Yeah, so no,
it's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
So you're born in 89.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of we grew up similarly in a sense, but obviously you grew up in London. That's so odd though. It's like maybe we may have bumped into each other because I used to go to England a lot.
Okay. It doesn't look it now, but minus my hat. But I was a big nerd and big introverted, so like how I wouldn't leave my house. Like this is so funny that how I so my first love was Spider-Man and Digimon.
Dude, same. Yeah. Well, not really Spider-Man, but Digimon. Dude.
But I was so nerdy that I thought girls were icky.
Okay.
Yeah,
but like you were a kid though.
So up until my first girlfriend when I was 16, because she told me, "Hey, I want you to be my girlfriend." I'm like, okay. But I didn't know what I was doing. Like, like how what'd you do with girls? Like, I wanna watch Spider-Man and watch Digimon and stay at home. So like how I think if I was more secure, more thought out, I would have been more outside. But growing up, I was a big hermit, big homebody.
I get that. Speaking of Digimon, I'm going to show you a really quick meme. It's called Hotep Digimon.
See.
Literally, look at that.
Oh damn! No. Oh man!
You need to free yourself from that Pokeball of oppression, my brother.
Are you ever in the Chrissy Pitts area much?
Chrissy Pitts, yes.
Yeah, so like how maybe I'm not over sure, but like how I always kind of walk past the Hotep guys there.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, because also, no, yeah, we'll see what happens. But because I don't know what it is, but I've dated more white men than I dated black women, and then when I'm in that, I try to avoid Chrissy Pitts area when I'm dating someone who's white, because they'll be like, "Hey brother, what are you doing, the white devil?" I'm like,
relax, Dr. Umar. Dude, you're not even a doctor.
Yeah. But I do find the Hotep guys really funny. But I know it's not good, but it's more like
I understand where they're coming from in the sense, because there's a similar thing with like Indian culture.
Okay.
And then there's like Indians where they're just like keep it within close range, you know? Yeah. And it's like I get it. But I also, I kind of like to dabble a little bit in the cream. You know what I mean? So, I'm not that lactose.
Yeah, I am really badly.
That's why you like it.
Yeah. I want the poison.
It's the shit, literally. But I get what you're saying though, because I've also I've like white women. I've gotten along with them a lot more than I have with like anyone else. I don't know what it is about them. But they're good hangs,
What do you mean good hangs? I can know. Because I'm still working on. I mentioned that before.
Are you saying that because is that you trying to make a racial joke? I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
Yes. It's funny because this one like I haven't much what I do for a living yet, but like how I have a joke that how white is right, because they also it's catchy. And it's true, but more people are like, it's funny, I've met a lot of age girls like, "Hey man, you can't say that." Dude, I'm saying you guys won. But
you guys put in the work, yes.
But I'm still working on those jokes, because I think I have a 12-minute set about that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But it's just kind of, I find it hilarious, but oddly, I've noticed white guys hate that set of mine, but white women find it really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just find talking. No, that's the word. my comedy is about being absurd, looking at life.
Yeah, observational comedy. Yeah,
but being absurd about leaning into that. And I think, man, like, how can we not see how one small island, the British Empire, conquered
the entire world?
Yeah,
they still have such a stronghold on the world.
So it's like, why can't we acknowledge that and laugh about it, or at least think, hey, man?
I think we do acknowledge it though, but there's such an emphasis on the acknowledgement of the negative side of it. That's the main narrative. That's at least what I see.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not much of like a zoom in on like the positive aspects, because they're just like, well, people were oppressed. It's like, yeah, but like everyone has oppressed everyone.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, why are these people the only ones where it's just like, no, they're all bad?
But because like, I can't really know, I don't remember the school of logic, but the idea that how we tend to, as a society, as a country, as a species, we like to focus on the bad, not the good.
Of course, yeah. And that's, I get that. And that is human nature, but I mean, I kind of wish there wasn't so much of it, you know?
And it's because like it's funny because like I come across very silly and absurdist, but I have a lot of friends who are like deep thinkers. Yeah. And I won't mention his name, but like how life is about kind of figuring out what you want in life, also figuring out how society is right now, and just figuring out how you can work within the system. Yeah. Not trying to fully change the system, because like life history, like how it swings, like how we're right. Well, the States, for example, right now is more right leaning, but before it was left. And that's what life is. So figure out how pendulum. Figure out how you can maneuver within the pendulum. Don't try and make it just one way, because you can't. There's no fixing. Just more kind of figure out what works for you. Figure out what works for you, basically.
I hear you. Yeah, because you can't. Because like you're right in that sense where like, if for example, like the pendulum is always swinging, right? So if you stick to a specific side, when that pendulum swings the other way, you're in trouble. Yeah. Right? It's always kind of just best to just stay focused in like the middle in a sense, and just understand that things are going to happen regardless of whether you like it or not, but just stay focused to who you are.
Exactly. And I find like the beautiful journey in life. Yeah. Yeah. And I find that I find a lot of things can knock you off kilter. Yeah. 100%. And don't focus on that too much. Just figure out what makes you whole, what keeps you going in the hard times.
Yeah. And I think you've learned that as well too from your parents, and then also growing up in London as well too. Yeah. Probably also from Digimon.
Oh, it's funny actually, because like how when the pandemic happened, obviously it was really hard here, like how lockdowns, and like one of my good friends, too, in London. Like how we said, I was a rookie. I was in training, but now actually I've DNA evolved. Yeah, I am the bomb.
You're a mega level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool. Because that's such a cool thing that you like Digimon. Because what I've been doing on my phone is I have the Pixel 9, the Google Pixel 9, and it's got like this thing called Pixel Studio, where you can create like art through there. Like you can give a little prompt and it'll create an image. So I have technically made like a new Digimon story.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later. Yeah. But like, it's cool, man. It's such a cool thing. I'm like doing things that I wanted to do in childhood that I couldn't do.
I'm not sure. I think it's funny because like how when I was a kid, I wanted to do all these things or play all these games. Yeah. I couldn't afford it. Now I can afford it, but I haven't got the time for that.
I get that. Yeah. It's such a weird time, but you are an artist, and I know that like how what are your thoughts on like the whole AI thing with like in relation to art and photography or just media in general? Because I do get the sense that you are a bit of a purist, which is totally fine. I understand that, and I respect that. So
I love the journey of creating and designing, and I find I think it's different. Like how if you're a studio, like how I don't think Hollywood studios do it right. Yeah. But if your job is the end game, not the process, I can get why people want to go for generative and a quick solution. Yeah. But for me, with like design, even this over here, this is my logo for my own brand. Yeah. I could have put in a prompt for that for people to see it. Yeah. But like it was, I actually enjoyed figuring out over months of what I want it to be, all these sort of intricate things. Yeah. So I find generative art can rob you of that process at times.
Yeah, because you're trying to do all these different drafts with like actual art that you create.
Yeah.
And you think it over, you mull it over, you look back. Yeah, I understand that too. Yeah.
And so I think if not everyone has the money to, because I'm also expensive to be hired. Yeah. So I get people who can't really have the money, the means to pay artists. And you want to kind of, you talk about the bottom line, so I get that sort of stuff. But if someone wants to is just only fully generative art and say, hey man, I'm an artist, I'm like, hey man, you're kind of spitting on my craft. It's not the same. It looks the same, but it's not the same. And I think we should really delineate. But I do think AI as a tool. So generative art is different from AI in general. I find. I think AI is a tool, like how with upscaling, compression, even like all these minuscule things that can aid with your process is great. But I just find generative art, it's not my thing. Yeah, I don't like how people say it's the same thing.
Hi there, welcome to this episode's break. Yes, I included breaks in here. Usually for normal podcasts, you would hear an ad break. This is a brand new podcast, as you can see, and I haven't got to that point of having affiliate marketing work in my favor. So instead of an advertisement, this is just me reminding you to take a break. Get up, stretch, drink some water, go relieve yourself, do what you gotta do, get up, do something else. Okay, take a break. If you're driving, don't pull over. Make sure you got your indicators on. If it's raining, turn on your wiper blades. And just readjust your mirrors if you have to. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy your journey. Maybe even reset your GPS if you have to. But try not to look at your phone while you're driving, if you are. And if you're sitting at home watching this, again, get up, stretch, get some water, go grab a snack, maybe even, and, pet your dog, kick your cat, I don't know, Go hug a tree if you are outside, maybe listening to this. If you're listening to this and you're outside as well, and you're out in public, maybe in the city, say hi to a stranger, maybe, compliment them. And this podcast will resume in a little bit, but just take a little break, even if you gotta pause here and then come back to this episode at a later time. Please do so. But breaks are important. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. And there is more to come for this podcast.
Yeah, so we are back again. I know, that break was a little much. We are in a different location, as you can see.
Tell them what happened.
So what happened is someone is having a baby shower right nearby where we are recording, and they're loud.
Really? Tell them what really happened.
What happened?
So Dylan slid into my DMs. And it was going so well. I was like, dude, we need to put, there's so much tension. Let's pause and come to my room. That's what happened. Now she's off as well, in your couch.
Yeah.
And it just felt really right and natural. Yeah.
Did it?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was surprising, but how there was a lot of DM exchanges. Did you give me a number? And
Oh my God. Yeah. We're going, oh my God. Yeah. So. This is what I do. Any guest that comes on, I'm like,
if it feels right.
Yeah.
If it feels right. Yeah. the funniest part of how if my dad sees this, he'll get annoyed. But how when I was younger, my sister has a lot of makeup, so which uses sometimes. She had black nail polish on.
Okay.
I put it on just to see how it feels like, And he was so mad, like, my son!
Why are you?
So even me saying this, like, Dad, so this guy sent my DMs, and I came to his room. It was so good to be like, how dare you? Yeah. You're welcome, Dad. He'll be so mad.
Are your parents actually going to watch this?
If there's clips, he'll look through, but I won't mention his name, but like how my dad, he's proud of me now, but it's like how he's sort of like, why are you so weird? Why are you strange?
Yeah.
And then I lean into it, and then like how also because
Dad, it was the black nail polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I think because like I mentioned how life is absurd, life is strange. Yeah. Why not laugh when you can? So I like laughing, and I felt I thought the change in location. Hey, this would actually be a funny bit. Yeah.
We're really going into it.
And you're wearing shorts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Changed a lot. Yeah.
Continuity. Yeah. Who cares about continuity?
But now we're matching. Now we're both wearing shorts. We're showing off our legs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mine are less ashy. I'm joking.
I was wondering, am I actually? Yeah, I'm actually good with it, actually. Yeah. Nice and toned.
Yeah. The cocoa butter.
Actually, this could be our OnlyFans, actually. Imagine. Imagine. Oh, man. And then be a cow. Yes. Is it, what's the name again of the podcast?
Wit N Wild.
Wit N Wild.
It would still. My God.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
So this is what happens when men are a little bit too comfortable in their own sexuality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. I could overshare. No. I could keep sharing weird stuff.
Yeah, no,
that's true.
We can get into it if you want, like the weird stuff, like.
But my body issues.
Sure.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's dude. This is all up to you, man.
Maybe if you invite me back, we'll see, because it's funny because like why I would share, I'm not embarrassed about, but more people say, hey man, tell no one any of this. Why? But it's funny. Like I've had a lot of exams.
Yeah. Okay.
By older white men.
Oh my God.
And how the exams happen. Well,
it's like that meme that I saw the other day. It's like flirting when you're in your mid-30s. It's like, so doc, I noticed there's no ring on your finger.
That sort of stuff.
While you're getting a rectal exam.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my God.
I was having a rectal exam, and the guy, because it was an old guy. It was like, I think he wasn't retired, but it was an old man. He had a hunchback, and he went to me. He's not saying rectal exam. He's like, how? Time for the anal exam.
Oh my God, he said that to you? Did he do the glove thing?
Not the glove thing, but like how he had a lot of lube, and he put on really, really softly and smoothly, and like how it was just telling me to bend over.
Was he playing soft music while doing it too?
He had a lady watching in the corner, and he was
watching in the corner.
Yeah, I was telling him what he was doing.
Was it his wife?
His assistant.
Probably, yeah.
Made all the assistant, and like how instead of saying I was doing well down there, he said, I like what I see.
Oh my, that's
yo.
That's really weird.
And the thing, because when you have these rectal exams, you're meant to have you all flushed, empty there.
Oh yeah.
No, keep it there. Yes, it's like how. What are you saying?
That's really weird.
I had to laugh because So
can we go back to talk about Digimon?
Yeah. It's like, no more anal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what people tell. Don't tell people that story. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. So it was something that you were planning on taking, like a secret that you were taking with you, like to the grave, and then you're just like, oh well.
No, I just tell everybody, by most people I've met here said, hey, don't share that because it's disgusting. It
kind of is, but you know what? I agree. That shit's funny.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's something about doctors where it's just like they're weird. Because, like, you have to study the human body, and the human body is weird.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you like that?
And it's because, like, most careers, there's a calling, but, like, I get maybe kind of wanting to be a family doctor, but like, being a surgeon or where you kind of see I don't ever want to see...
Inside.
Yeah, inside. No.
Because there's blood and all that.
Yeah.
All these other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. There's a reason why light doesn't go into any other parts of the body except for like your eyes. Like I think that it's designed that way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the body should be opened up, but again, that's just me.
But even because with some people who die, they do an autopsy. Like, oh no, like is that? I don't know.
I don't like that either. Like, why does that career exist? Why do people need to find out why someone died? They're dead. Who cares?
Hence, I find it like one of my relatives passed away suddenly, and he was like, how this was 15 years ago, but he was like still in his 40s.
Okay,
so it makes some sort of sense, but like how I don't know. It's like, does everybody need to be cut open? And even like how my mom. Over random thought, but anyway, like how my mom's like, oh, she wants to have the body preserved, so knowing a surgeon cut it open and put all the organs, well, why? Yeah.
Do you think they do it for like organ harvesting sometimes? Do you think like that's a thing?
You hear, but it's like, I mean, it's possible. Like I think anything is possible, and like how, but I think. Because I don't get why I didn't get sci-fi or space travel, but apparently it's more for discovery and how you can take that knowledge and help extend our life or just extension. It's just more knowledge. So I can understand the desire.
I can understand from that perspective too. Yeah.
But I don't get it, but I can understand why people might want to learn more about it. Yeah.
Because I mean, you're into the whole media thing, and I'm like, do you like watch? Do you consume? Because have you seen Squid Game?
I saw season 1 during the pandemic. But I don't watch a lot of media like I used to. How because I also even though I'm very absurd, I also practice forms of mindfulness. Yeah. And one thing I found that really helped me, especially during the pandemic, and I still practice to this day. That's also why I designed this. Is that how being mindful, but also how it's better to produce more than you consume.
That's also true. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with this whole podcast.
Exactly. And how so unless I love comedy shows or how The Bear. I also like cooking. So The Bear, I watch that. Yeah. I like Black Mirror, but if it's just kind of a new trend or a new it show, I'm like, do I need to see this? Would it change my life?
I get that.
Probably not. And also there's more things I want to do. And how our time, especially, it's weird. The older you get, the less time you have. That's
what I've noticed as well too. Yeah. It's such a strange phenomenon, but the reason why I'm asking about Squid Game is because if you've watched season 1, then we're already on the same page. It's just like, you've seen how there's people that actually get into that organ harvesting stuff. Yeah. And that I'm just weirded out, but fascinated. Damn, people actually do that. It goes back to what I was saying, where it's there's people that are so fascinated in a weird and I guess sick way with the human body. Yeah. And then it goes to an extreme level where they're just well, I can make money off of this. It's like you're making money off of it in a profession as a doctor or a surgeon, and then you're making money off of it by, it's such a weird thing to me to even wrap my mind around.
But that's what, I'm not sure if it's related, but my head goes back to seeing, not back to, but it's kind of people who do, if you're in a low income community, stealing from your own people. It's messed up, but I guess some people will always find a way to make money. Oh, of course, so maybe it's that sort of thing. Oh, hey, I can make money this way. I guess it's maybe capitalistic, or how else you can game the system. Yeah. People desire for more.
That's also true. Yeah. Speaking of desire for more, you're also in the media. So what made you, you grew up with things that you liked, and you were probably what was your inspiration in a sense? And then what made you have that desire for wanting to do more and actually being fully immersed in the field?
My dad he has a degree in fine art and graphic design. Wow, yeah. He's a really great painter. So I had that kind of art inkling, I guess, from him. Yeah. But also me loving Spider-Man. I always told my parents how if you can be able to love what you do, you never really fully work. It's more of a passion sort of thing. And they, from an early age, how find what you're passionate about and make that your job. Yeah. And so I had a big passion for me loving Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man, Digimon, how can I do this for a living? So I wanted to be a comic book illustrator. I can draw too, but I can't draw that fast or to that skill very quickly. Yeah. So I had to find another route that was still artistic. That's what led me to me being a freelance designer.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So have you done any projects that you're for sure 100% like proud of for sure?
Yes, this one I can actually mention this one. Thank you. So I recently finished Alien Earth.
No way.
Yeah, so I can actually say it now. Yeah, so if you've seen it, there's stuff with an eye called the eye mage and the sheep. So some sequences where this eye mage is kind of taking over the sheep, and it's really bloody and gory. And I think episode 2 or 3 or 4, that was my stuff.
That's impressive, dude.
Yeah. So I do some freelance design for film and TV. Sometimes it's illustrations, sometimes just designs in general. But yeah.
So when you do these projects, do you ever like look back on it when it's fully released for the public to see, and then you go or do you watch and go, yeah, I fucking did that?
Yeah. So I haven't watched Alien Earth yet, just because I'm busy with a new project coming out.
Yeah. Busy cooking and all that.
All that stuff. But like how
long does it take to make jollof rice? I'm
actually making that tonight when I go home. You're very acute. Oh, you say this is true. Very, very correct.
Yeah. I mean, I know certain things. Yes.
Yeah. So because I've been doing this for 15 years.
Okay.
A lot of projects I'm like, it's more. If I didn't enjoy the project, I won't go back because it's more of a painful reminder.
Yeah.
There's some things. Oh, actually, one of my first big projects I loved was Terminator Genesis.
You did? You worked on that?
Yes. I was a big part of the design look dev team for the opening of the movie.
Yeah.
So that stuff is really, I loved it because I think I was 24 when I was doing that stuff, and it was great at the time. But I go back now. I'm like, it's not as good as it could be.
Okay.
So and with better eyes, I can see how to make it better. So I can still. I think I look back on that one because I loved the project so much.
Yeah.
But I can see now. 10 years later, I'm much more better of a better artist. But if I don't like the project at all, I won't watch it, period.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there are times where like you'll get a project and you're like, I don't really like it, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, yeah.
Yeah, like Expanse. I did that for a bit. It was an Amazon TV show.
I don't really watch too much Amazon TV. The only show that I do watch on Amazon Prime is I think there's like that Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, Ring the Power? Okay.
Yeah. But that I was just like, whatever. There's another one. It's an animated show. It's called Vox Machina.
I hear about it. It's weird like how I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original series. I think Korra sucks. She's not. I don't like her character. Yeah. But I love Aang's character. But it's weird. I don't. Up until Arcane and Spider-Verse, I kind of had a big gap of anime or animated cartoons. But like how I'm trying to have more time for that now because it's more kind of bite-sized stuff. But also I love kind of nerd rant, nerd tangent. It's fine. One thing I love about I go back to anime now is because the choreography is amazing. Like how
it's improved.
But even you can think, he's getting into the zone.
It's fine.
Where the camera goes, and how smooth and fluid it is.
Oh, yeah.
I love that because even with JJK and Gojo, his fights, it's just so kinetic. It's so fast, and how it's just. I go for anime now, not for the story per se, but I just love how fluid and how they can really capture you with the action. So
as opposed to like more, because I understand what you're saying, like anime or just animated shows back in the day, they used to have a lot, just a compilation of static shots in a sense where it makes it look like it's moving, but it's not actually moving. Yeah. So you're not getting the full range of effect of like the fluidity, especially like the heavy fight scenes. Yeah. Where they're literally flying through the air, and I see that now too. But yeah, I've always loved animated shows. There's something about it where like, it's not even just like the emotion that's processed through what you see. It's also like the emotion that the voice actors put. Yeah. Which is such an art form, and I like totally love that. Like, it's such a cool thing.
Do you prefer like a more Eastern stuff like Japanese and Chinese, or do you have a preference?
More Western in a sense. Like, for example, going back to like Avatar, that was such a really well done American anime. Mm-hmm. I did like the Legend of Korra as well too, but only book 3. Okay. Because that's when like the villains were actually like the baddest villains. They had villains from every element. Yes. Right.
But I like book 2 because the guy who mastered earthbending and could fly, and he's the one who made her crippled at the end. So I think for me,
that's book 3.
Oh, book 3?
Yeah.
No, I thought book 3 were arguing that. I thought, no, I'm the right nerd.
No, book 1 is where like they encounter Amon with the bloodbending.
Yes.
Book 2 is where the Unalaq goes into like the spirit world.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
That was the worst.
You're
so
right.
You blanked it out.
Yeah. Oh, it was so bad. No, I think that one and the final season was terrible for me. But the one with Amon, I think his name was I can't remember. But yeah,
the bloodbending.
No,
the first one.
Like
the third one where they have like all the 4 villains.
Yes, that was the best one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have a villain from each element.
Yes.
And
I blanked on that because it was weird that whole year.
Yeah.
Everything was like, harmonic convergence, harmonic.
That's what.
Every cosmic. Again, guys, this is so trash.
I know. It was such a poorly written season.
But even that year was the same year Thor Dark World came out, where it had the same storyline about this nonsense again. I'm tired. But yeah.
Do you ever find that sometimes in the media it's a little too much, where they have the same similar narratives? Like, for me, what really turned me off with Marvel entirely was like the multiverse thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was cool for like the first few films in a sense, but they really leaned into it, and I was like, it sucks.
Were you a fan of the comic books back in the day?
Comics?
Yeah, or Marvel comic books.
I didn't really read a lot of comic books growing up. I did read a bit more DC comic books, but that's just because I was told that they were better in some sense.
Okay.
But the only graphic novel, it's actually that.
It's
called the Bone series.
Yeah. I want to say like how the idea of the multiverse is very fascinating, but it's like how it's very clear that, well, at least from my point of view, Marvel didn't have their plan on how they wanted to. They had these ideas, but nothing came together. And at some point, like, hey man, like how either move on or do something. Yeah. And it just kind of was wishy-washy.
It was so wishy-washy because it felt like a half-baked idea.
Yeah, because the idea of Kang, have you seen Loki 1 and 2?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that one, because that could have been, it should have been longer, but like how the whole idea of a time loop is fascinating.
It is.
And so, I wish, hopefully we know why things changed, but like how the idea of Kang and how his whole story is a time loop, how he starts as a board, then goes to the past to be a villain, then it's so deeply rich in the comic books. Yeah. But in the movies it's half baked. Yes. Which is very disappointing.
I think it's also because like they can't always get everything right with the comics.
Yeah.
Like, they can't they're drawn and written in such a way where even with the writing, they're just like, well, who's our biggest the production or like the companies with like Disney, for example. They're just like, who's our biggest target audience? Little kids. The comics are more in a mature setting.
Yes, that's true. Because they're more narratively rich. Yeah, okay.
So they have to really water it down for like kids to like just actually force their parents to take them to the movie, and then they get their money that way.
Honestly, I was really, it might be controversial, but I was on it twice. Like how, not twice, but more in general. But like how I didn't like that how Avengers 1 was funnier. Why are they telling jokes? In the comic books, Spider-Man and Deadpool are funny. Everyone's serious. But after Avengers 1, everyone is a wisecracker in the comic books. I was so mad. But like how I get trying to go for the mass audience, but like how I don't just read comic books to laugh. I like deep stories. I like there being more going on, but like how it's like Marvel kind of dumbed it down to just be more pulp and not really. It's more like you're having soup than having an actual 3-course meal. Yeah.
It's like jollof rice with just rice.
Yeah. With no salt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It needs the seasoning. It needs more ingredients.
Yeah. Yep, it's me again. This is another scheduled break for this podcast. And if you've got Spotify Premium or YouTube Premium or any of those apps that you pay for, which I totally understand, because who actually likes ad reads or targeted ad reads? Those are the worst. This is not one of those targeted ad reads at all. This is just, again, me reminding you to take a break. Okay? Podcasts, again, would have ad reads scheduled into their episodes. I'm not there yet, but with your help and support, hopefully I can. And then these will be a thing of the past. And then I will be advertising various products towards you if you're interested. So please take another break or exit out and come back to this podcast at a later time whenever you can. Or if you're just going all in and you're so dedicated to this, thank you so much. And keep going if you've already made it this far as well too. And you're just trying to get this podcast out of the way and you're listening, and if you're enjoying it too, let me know. Submit a comment, send me a DM, comment on any posts that come out of this podcast. Or any clips. And tell your friends about it. Tell your grandma. Tell your neighbor. Whoever, Tell people about this podcast if you enjoy it. And once again, thank you so much. This is the Wit N Wild podcast. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the rest of this Wit N Wild episode.
But yeah, yeah. I find there's a lot of things that lack. They're just lacking, but somehow we're in that weird period where we're having these corporations where they're kind of listening to the fans. Like, you're aware that they're making a Harry Potter reboot.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Harry Potter big for you because you grew up in the United Kingdom?
It was big for people that grew up very Christian, and like how it was more like how witchcraft wasn't the thing. Also, like how having Nigerian parents, witchcraft. Like, what do you mean witchcraft? Yeah. It's fun and games. And I won't have my parents, but they'll say things how no, that's not. Yeah. We don't do that. Yeah, that's the Oyinbo thing. Oyinbo means white or English thing. Like how that's what the whites do, not us. I'm like, wow, damn, I'm the cow. Did I start off? Okay. So that's why like how
instead of Harry Potter, have some Fanta.
Yeah, so my parents were very no. So I've only seen 2 of the movies, and I saw them like more. I think one of the movies on a coach on a school trip, but in passing. But my parents like, no, witchcraft is not in our house. Okay, no, that's fine. Maybe you might see them more the more you dabble with more white women. But I'm joking. It's funny. No, it's thinking fast. No, but it's funny
because they love Harry Potter.
Yeah,
they do. But it's a cool thing, and I think
we love the whites.
As you can tell,
white is right. It's catchy when it also. Yeah, sort of my nonsense. Real talk. I've gone to a lot of comedy clubs here just to listen to stuff, and I was trying. White is right because the comedian is white, and they don't like that. Like, guys, why would you want me to celebrate your success in life?
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying that when you say that, there's white comics that go, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that mentality that white people have. I get that they're trying to suppress like the white power that
but
they all
I didn't
have.
Say white power. I just said, hey man, I applaud your whiteness and rightness, but
No, I think they. You may have noticed this. When did you move here?
I moved to Canada or Toronto.
Well, both.
Canada 2014.
Okay.
July 1st. I remember that day.
Oh yeah, Canada Day.
Yeah, and no, Canada, not Canada Day. July 4th.
American the July 4th of July. Yes.
But I moved to Toronto 2018, I think. No, 2019 actually. 2019.
Okay.
It's
not bad. Yeah. But okay, I'm sure you've noticed that it's like the white people here are so much more different than the white people in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, even in London, like how it's weird. Like, not weird, but I was more surprised because like how I really missed and love kind of the exchange of shorthand in London, and I loved how diverse it was.
Yeah.
And like how. For Londoners, if you're born and raised in London, like I am, I'm from Hackney, in case anyone's curious.
Wait, Hackney?
Yeah, Hackney, London, yeah.
Is the only place I'm familiar with is Croydon.
Croydon
is South London.
So Croydon is kind of like, not like, but it's not London. It's a city that borders London, and they're a small city next to London, so they think they're up there.
Also, it's like how in Toronto, if like people say, "Oh, I'm from Mississauga, but I'm actually from Toronto," it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sort of stuff.
Okay. Hackney. Okay.
Yeah. Hackney. But yeah, like how where I grew up, also it's so diverse. Like how having friends, if you're friends with only one race, it's like, oh, that's strange. That's weird. Yeah. But I've noticed, I don't know what it is per se, but I've noticed that how in the dating scene, everyone I've dated, they only have friends of their race. Like, oh, and so I was kind of, I don't know that.
Like here or in England?
Here.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
So it's very diverse, the city, but it doesn't seem to mingle out of their social or race groups much in the city, which is strange to me.
Yeah, and I'm glad you even said that too, because I find a lot of people, they say on paper, or they just say it just for the sake of it, they say diversity is our strength in Canada, but then you look at where they're coming from, it's like, do you really believe that?
Yeah.
You know? So I'm glad you said that as well too, because like it's good to call people out on their bullshit, and we're definitely calling out Canadians, and I can say that because I was fucking born and raised here, so fuck you guys.
Thank you. I didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, I did. Yes. But what were we fucking saying?
Just the difference London and Toronto.
Yeah, I personally, I also cringe too when I see like the white people here, and they're just like, they're not proud of who they are, or like not even pride. They just refuse to acknowledge that they are who they are. And they pander so much to other people.
Yeah, it was, maybe I'll get in trouble, who knows? But like I found it really, because from coming from London, I thought like, oh, because United States and Canada border, so I would have assumed, like how the American history wasn't good to Indigenous. Yeah. So surely Canadians weren't too. But I was told up until the day of National Day of Reconciliation. Yeah. I was told that how no, the Canadians were good to the Aboriginals, and they had a deal where they all chose to move up north. I'm like, that's strange to me. Like, are you guys sure that they disagreed? Like, yeah, because we Canadians did it better. I'm like, if you say so. Yeah. Yeah.
But so that's the thing. Whoever, I'm sure you understand this notion as well too. Whoever controls the present controls the past.
I also think, in a good way, interesting way actually, not good way. I think Canadians have really, really great PR.
Of course.
Because like us, Canadians are really, really friendly. They're the most loving people in the world. Blah blah. There's no. All Canadians say hello and that's like the boots and blah blah. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of truth there, but I'm surprised at how their history wasn't known. It's surprising that how can you not know about what happened to the indigenous people who were here first? It's just strange. Like, really?
There's a lot of blank parts in history.
Yeah, those holes make no sense, especially when like how you border the states. Yeah. Like how anyway.
It's one thing, but I will say that I think America did it better for the Aboriginals. Obviously, like, yes, it was horrible with what they did, but at least over there, the indigenous, they have casinos. They have a stake in the capital gains that are made in America to some varying degree, whereas here it's not so much, and they're actually pushed to the more extreme parts of Canada, and their prices are really high. So even if they get paid well, it doesn't add up for them. They're even, again, pushed to these extremes. So I don't know if Canada has done it right for the Indigenous people here. I don't know. Like, it just, at least from what I've seen and from what I've heard from actual Indigenous people.
This is not fun. I laugh because it's absurd. Yeah. But I was at work. I can't say where I work, but most companies I've worked for, I'm usually the only black guy, and it's usually a very white crowd. And one guy at work literally said he doesn't get why the importance of the National Day of Reconciliation is important. Oh, why do they get a day? I'm like, that's weird to say.
It is a little bit, but the way I see it is, I also think it's weird. Is like, why recognize it on that one day? Like, for example, there's this one comedian that made this really good joke where he said, okay, imagine if I take something of yours, like your bag, for example, and I carry it and have your bag, and I tell people, yeah, I know I stole this bag, but it's mine.
That is true. I think, obviously I'm not from the community, so I can't fully know. But I think it's very important to at least acknowledge what happened, because before that, Ken said, no, you never did anything wrong to your tribe.
Yeah.
And so what do I know? I don't think it fixes anything, but I think it's at least important to call out for what it is. Yeah. Even like how, that's also me being a nerd again. You know, did you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yes.
So having a couple of episodes where Disney had their own show say, hey, America has a bad history of slavery. Like, that's pretty, it doesn't fix anything, but like how it's ballsy and there's no way to call it out.
Yeah. So
I think it's important to acknowledge, but now what you can do next about it.
That's also true. Yeah. Because it's like one of those, it's like a catch-22 situation, I think, where like you can talk about something, but if you're not really providing a solution, what is the point in some sense? To some degree.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, yes, bring and raise awareness, but then what?
Yeah.
Right? I find that, like, I agree with you in the sense that it's good for these corporations and, like, these different media outlets to, like, present these ideas. But then to me, it's like, I feel as if they're, like, putting the ball into like, the general public's court, and then the general public's like, what do we do? You know, like, there's, like, we can't really provide or make solutions on a grand scale in that sense. You know what I mean? So it's like we can talk about it, and I think that these are good things to have and keep in mind of. But then it's just like, well, then what do we really do with what's been done? Obviously, we can learn from it and try to not have it repeat.
I don't know what I don't think that can repeat in such a scale anymore because of how diverse things are these days. Yeah. But I do like how, I mean, it's not the same. I don't think it's the same at all. But like how, you know, when the whole George Floyd thing, BLM thing happened, I had a lot of white people I went to university with. They had no idea. Like how, I was surprised that they were shocked that black people had it hard with the police and stuff like that. But I think at least, it's eye-opening for certain people who were unaware, and maybe I imagine when it's taught in the history in school these days. So it may not benefit us, but imagine these people who are younger,
living sheltered lives.
Yeah, or they can be more informed in their learning or as they're growing up in school.
And then they get a better sense of awareness.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So I don't think like we mentioned before, it's all about the pendulum. I don't think we can fix things, but like how we can at least kind of, we can at least add some more importance in certain ways, like acknowledging things.
Because I find when the pendulum swings as well too, when it swings whichever way, sometimes it hits a wall, and whatever comes off that wall, that's what's presented to us as like certain things, and then we're kind of left with that. I wouldn't call it debris, but it's just like
aftershock, aftermath. Yeah. It's funny because that's how we actually met. Because I have a set where I told everyone this. I hate the whole term person of color.
Same.
But apparently, when it swung left, hey man, we're gonna call all non-white people of color. I'm like, that's stupid. Who decided that?
Exactly. It's like what? It's like there's this other comedian too. He says like, why do we stop there? Why like fat people? Why don't we call them people of size?
That's actually a term now, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or person of weight or something like that. Yeah. Person of, I can't remember, but it's I've heard it mentioned in different language. Yeah. I totally understand that, but I don't subscribe to these schools of thought and these ways of thinking where like you try and place people in a box. I'm like, you're creating smaller boxes within a larger box, which creates barriers, and it doesn't really allow us to have open dialogue where we can truly have a conversation and truly understand each other. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think I can understand trying to get to the point or get to a point very quickly. Yeah. But I find if you're rushing the process, you're not really getting to know that person.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you don't understand the nuances of who they are and where they come from. Instead, again, there's that barrier.
Yeah, like how I am black, but like if I'm your black friend, like, well, we're not friends, firstly. I'm never gonna say I did a podcast with my black friend. Never ever. No. But we get it's I don't, because we're going to be alive for so many years, God willing, but like how, it seems that in certain ways things are rushed. I don't rush getting to know anybody,
Because I also have this, like, I don't want to sound too liberal, but I genuinely don't see color.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see people as different. When I look at someone, I just see two eyes and a soul, and I go, yeah, that's another human being just like me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, oh yeah, I'm going to, only talk to that person because they're a certain race or ethnicity or whatever. It's just like, I don't see things that different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not seeing things, I'm not seeing things differently to dismiss or undermine anyone and what they've gone through as a collective or a community. But again, I'm just like, if we're all human beings, like, it doesn't matter what we look like on the outside. It's what's on the inside, really and truly, with what matters. Like, here, and like just overall, it's just like, that's what counts.
Would you say you have a bit of an sociological background, or like how that kind of desire to figure people out or get to know people?
I don't think so.
Cause it does. I mean, I don't know about that field enough, but like how you do strike me as someone who, because even when we were at that open mic, you spoke to me first. Like you seem to have a desire to inherently connect with people. Well, I'm an introvert. I'm like how, hey, you can leave me alone, but like how you seem to be more people orientated. Like you want to get to know people.
I can be, but at the same time, sometimes I also like to keep my distance in a sense.
Okay.
Like I know things where I'm just like, if I can see how they present themselves based off of either how they speak, just their body language, or just you get this sense of like, okay, maybe that person I'm gonna not be as social with. Mm-hmm. And then there's other people who are like, there's something there. Let me say hello. Okay. So yeah, I guess the proper term they say is like an ambivert, mm-hmm. where you're extroverted and introverted, like mm-hmm. the best of both worlds, I guess. Yeah. It's a gift and a curse sometimes, but I get the whole extroverted thing too, because just like you, I need my own space. I need my own time. I like being on my own a little bit more.
You mean introvert?
Yeah, I like being more introverted, but when it comes to me being extroverted, I can tap into that as well too. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, so this is the last break in this episode, hopefully. If you've made it this far, once again, thank you so much for supporting and listening and just enjoying this episode, hopefully, right? It doesn't mean a lot just to me, the host. It also means a lot to the guests of this episode or this podcast. So once again, if you've made it this far, thank you, and hopefully you keep supporting the Wit N Wild podcast, and enjoy the rest of this episode.
My throat is sore. It is. It's well worn. I should have exercised it. I think I should have did more deeper breathing.
Dude.
It's because
this podcast already.
We can leave it there, or I can explain what I mean.
Or you know what? I think the viewers get it, but also just understand that he is joking.
No, my voice is actually sore. My throat is actually sore. I mean, yeah.
Is it actually?
Oh, because I don't talk at this. I'm talking at length. See, I wasn't being weird. You what did you think?
I was
But yeah, because kind of had a break to rest. Like how just talking at length gets my throat tired.
Yeah, it's the length that usually makes
Yes, that's what's up.
Yeah.
My man. That's what's up, man. The length. But I'll be like, shut your mouth and stop saying these things. He would call me like, oh man, he'll be. Yeah, man, that would be so angry at me. Man.
Dude, my dad too.
But we were safe.
Yeah.
I'll stop. Yeah, I'll stop.
You know, I do like the humor that you have. I do understand, and I do recognize that it is very like London humor. Like when I went there last, it was like 2018. Forget what the place is called. Cyber Dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a store.
What part of London? I haven't been back in like 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I usually hang out in Stratford or areas.
Stratford. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember which part of the city it's in. But yeah, it's a store, and like they're so open with like sexuality in the United Kingdom, in Europe, and I'm like, that's kind of a cool thing. Like
it's all jokes, like how it's like but also like
it's
how
just bants.
Yeah, it's banter, and like how the thing with
shout out to Lady Lashur.
Yeah, with my people of my like parents came to the country poor, we're working class, and for people who are working class, it's like, oh, if we can laugh with you, we can vibe with you. If you can't laugh with us, we don't want to talk to you. So we always want to when we meet you, we're gonna make a joke and see how you are. Yeah. And if you can laugh, then we can connect.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we've always been like.
I see what you're saying, and I think like more people should be able to have, again, these conversations that you and I are having, where like you just sit down and you just talk and you make some jokes here and there, and like you say what you have to say, but also understand that someone else also has a way of thinking and just understanding and just being. But it's okay to have differences, but also just be like, all right, cool, that's who you are, that's who I am, we can still have a conversation. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. But that's because it's funny, because that's why I spend too much time on YouTube, but you know how the trend of having debates?
Yeah, I don't.
And I don't like debates, but like in that vein, because it's not like, because I like, we discuss and talk about things. I just want to see what you think and just understand your point of view.
Yeah.
But it seems like debates online about more, hey, I'm right, you're wrong, and no, it's not. Don't make it a fight, because it's not really exchanging ideas. It's more like, oh, hey, this is why I'm better than you. No, don't do that, man.
Yeah, because I think like I agree with you on that with the debates thing. It's I can't help but understand or believe that it's designed in such a way where it's there has to be some kind of thought behind the pre-production behind it all. Like, what are we gonna say? It's kind of like reality TV in a sense. Mm-hmm. Like you understand that reality TV, it's scripted, right? Like like Love Island, Big Brother. So I think it's the same thing with these debates, where it's like written and shot and directed in such a way where it's like, okay, we're gonna say all this stuff, that's fine, but we put it out there, it gets millions of views, but people are still gonna pick a side and they're gonna bash heads. I think that's the whole reason behind these debates.
Because it gets people riled up.
And it touches back with the whole thing we were talking about before, how like we're so attuned to negativity.
Yeah, and that's like how. Yeah. That's what I'm surprised about your attention for the podcast. I'm like, oh, like how, what's the end game here? Because I'm used to people not wanting to actually have intentional conversations. Yeah. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it's actually going in this formal vein, because no one's here to say, hey, I'm at your own more. Oh, hey, let's just chat and chat. Chat about life. It's good, and
yeah, man. I'm glad that we've had you on the podcast. Before we end it though, is there anything else that you do want to touch on? Anything else you want to fully talk about?
Mine's going blank, but no, like how I think figuring out life, what works for you is a very beautiful journey, and I think everyone should do that. And like how also just whilst you're doing that, figure out your why, like your why to what you do, and like that's my journey. Yeah, and I think just kind of going from there is it's really great, because once you figure,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Why am I'm making less sense as we go on?
No. This is I understand it. It's the fatigue of conversation. I get it. But I see what you're saying. When you put the pieces of the puzzle together, then all of a sudden you understand the bigger picture of who you are. Yeah. And the world.
Yeah. And it's not that's one thing that surprised me about Toronto, actually, like how seeing that, how you can kind of see, for the most part, who someone is from afar due to how they dress, because everyone kind of dresses, not everyone, but like how there's all these groups, like how I think the Toronto It Girl has blue jeans and a black shirt, black top, like how, like, and you're all friends.
And the white Air Forces.
Yes. Dude, that's not cool. It's you have no style.
Yeah.
You suck.
But if they're white girls, they got good jeans.
I find individuality is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And having I'm surprised, especially this living here, at how I don't inherently see as much individuality. And it's more like a
group thing.
Yeah, and that group hive mentality, that's not real. Figure out who you are and kind of go from there. I will respect a group of friends more if they all kind of they're friends because they care about each other, but they look different. They dress differently. If you all have the same trainers, the same jeans, the same top, hey, you have no substance. You are boring.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to talk. I will not talk
Generally,
to you.
Stay away from. Yeah, exactly.
Even if you're attractive, man, I don't want to. I don't want to entertain you.
Even if the pendulum swings the other way, and it's a group of people that are all the same, and they all have like furry costumes. I'm joking.
I don't like furries.
No one. Oh yeah, but you've seen that a lot in Toronto.
Yeah, that's also but even I lived in Vancouver for a year. Like how same way, like how everyone's a lot of people are into, like, you know, health and fitness, all wearing athleisure. Like,
it's very cult mind.
Yeah. So it's, I think, figure out your why, figure out who you want to be. It's a beautiful journey, and don't feel that you need to kind of fall into. Don't be so cookie cutter.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Have your own ways of who you are. But before we go as well too, if you could just let the camera know where people can find you, like your media, all that, or anything, any kind of plugs you want to put in.
I'm a freelance designer. So you can follow me on IG at prestigious_fortitude. And I'm relaunching my website that should be live in a couple of months, which would be iyitubi.com. And that's it really. Like how I don't post a lot once a week. It's mostly my designs. And that's it really. Yeah. And you might see me in some comedy shows once in a while when I have the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, and not a big plug, but like how, and if you don't see me inadvertently, like no, I'm making no sense. I'm blank. But no, on Instagram, you can search prestigious_fortitude or iyitubi.com in a couple of months. Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys appreciate this episode with Iyi. He's a great guy, as you can tell. And if you guys need subtitles, definitely comment.
Translation. No, it's not.
Subtitles for me. I'm joking, but yes. Thank you again for tuning into this great episode of the Wit N Wild podcast. Again, subscribe, like, share, comment if you're viewing it on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify. Hopefully you enjoy it through that platform as well too. I will look into other mediums as well to add this podcast to, like maybe Apple Music, who knows. But thank you once again for tuning in. Shout out to Iyi Tubi, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks. Ciao guys.
Peace.
Bye.